of Jesus.
Amen.
The Lord heard and answered us in Jesus' precious name.
Amen.
Lift up your hands. The nature of our God is the nature of fire. I'd like you to lift your hands and with passion look up to him for these 10 dimensions of his fire we are looking for tonight. A chance. Let me start first. Number one, it is the fire of his presence. The highest that God can give to anybody is himself. Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 23 and 24. For our God is a consuming fire. 24. For our God is a consuming fire. 24. For our God, it is the fire of his presence. There is somebody crying out, Lord, what I need above everything, above money, is your presence. Number two is the fire of passion for God. Diless hunger. Not slothful in business. Romans 12:11. Fervent in spirit. That is spirit on fire. Spirit on fire. Spirit on fire. Serving the Lord. Somebody may be needing that tonight. The third is the fire of upright living. This is the fire that breaks addictions, evil, bad habits. In Malachi chapter 3 and in verse 2 and in verse 3, he said, he shall sit. But who may abide the day of his coming, and who shall stand when he appeareth? For he is like a refiner's fire and like a fuller's soap. And he shall sit as a refiner and purifier of silver, and he shall purify the sons of Levi with his fire. It is the fire of upright living that breaks bad habits. You are bound by gambling tonight, bound by pornographic living tonight, drunkenness, alcoholism. That is the fire that is falling on you tonight. Number three is the fire of healing and health. That fire that comes to burn the cancer, to burn the hepatitis, to burn the HIV, to burn the sickle cell anemia, to burn the liver disease, the kidney disease. In Malachi chapter 4 verse 2 to verse 3, he said, and unto you that fear his name shall the Son of righteousness, that Son is a big fire, arise with healings in his wings. The Son of righteousness, the fire of righteousness, appears with healings in his wings. It's the fire of healing and health. Fifth is the fire of deliverance and liberty. The one that burns off spirit wives and spirit husbands. The ones that burns off ancestral curses and altars. That was the fire that Moses saw in the burning bush in Exodus 3 verse 2. That fire arrived to bring Israel out of Egypt. He arrived to bring Israel out of Egypt. Is a fire of deliverance to bring you out of your Egypt into your destiny. Fire of deliverance. The fire of liberty. Number 5 is the fire of divine guidance and direction. There is a fire that comes on you and you are guided. Exodus 13 and in verse 21, and the Lord went before them in a pillar of cloud to lead them by the way, and by a pillar of fire to give them light to go by day and night. It is a fire of guidance and a fire of direction. Number 7 is the fire that terminates controversies. The controversies of your life, contentions, terminates fire for termination of controversies and contentions. The God that answers by fire, let him be God. Why are you limping between two opinions? There is no need to argue this matter. 1 Kings chapter 18 verse 23 and 24. Verse 24. Call ye on the name of your gods, and I will call on the name of the Lord. And the God that answered by fire, let him be God. And all the people answered and said, it is well spoken. Tonight I announce, every controversy around your life and your destiny shall be settled by fire. 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 If you are saying amen, shout the loudest amen. That was number what? Number 7. Fire of divine guidance and direction. The fire that terminates controversies and contentions. Number 8. It is the fire of supernatural supply. When the fire fell, then Elijah said, I can hear the sound of abundance of rain. Hey! In 1 Kings chapter 18 verse 38, 1 Kings chapter 18 verse 38, and call ye on the name of your God. Verse 38, the fire of the Lord fell and consumed the burnt sacrifice and the wood and the stones and the doors and licked up the water that was in the trench. And in verse 41, Elijah said to Ahab, get thee up, eat and drink, for there is a sound of abundance of rain. There is a fire that needs to fall for your supplies to happen, for your resources to be released. There is a fire that needs to fall for witches to vomit your resources, for wizards to release what is yours, for the heavens to be opened over your life. There is a fire that needs to fall. It is the fire of supernatural supplies. It is the fire of supernatural supplies. Number 9, it is the fire of vengeance and judgment. This is where those who will not let us rest are laid to rest. And in verse 39 and in verse 40, and everybody fell on their faces. 1 Kings 18, 39 and 40. And they said, the Lord is the God. The Lord is a God. And then the next verse, and Elijah said unto them, take the prophets of Baal, let not one of them escape. And they took them, and Elijah brought them down to the brook Kishon and slew them there. When the fire fell, the evil prophets must die. The agents of darkness must die. Those who brought hardship on the land must die. Those who have been feeding on the destiny of the people must die. It is a judgmental fire tonight. It is a vengeance fire tonight. And I decree and I announce, those who will not let you go shall be go tonight for your sake. They shall be roasted by fire. Finally, it is a fire of rescue from death. The death in your body can be killed by the fire. When death fastened on the hand of Elijah, of Paul the apostle, in Acts of the Apostles chapter 28 and in verse 5, death was hanging on his hand. He shook it into the fire. He shook it into the fire. He shook the beast into the fire, and he felt no harm. What should have killed him landed in the fire, And as the serpent was roasting in the fire, the poison, the venom of it in his body was also neutralized by the fire. Am I communicating at all? Anything that has been designed to kill you, they shall be roasted by fire. I don't know what your condition is, but you cannot escape this fire tonight. Every area of life is covered by this fire. Let's look at it. 10 of them. It's a fire of what? The fire of his presence. Number